What's up guys, this is Dave from Game Breakers and you are joining us for another episode of Beat the Beast. This is part 4, WWE 12 then is the game, and as usual we go into the settings, changing it to the hardest difficulty possible in the game. In this particular game the hardest difficulty is legendary difficulty, and for some reason this has to save every time you change a setting, so yeah, we'll just let it do that. So into balancing then, AI reversals, we want all of these high just to make it that little bit more difficult for ourselves. That's standing strikes, standing grapples, ground strikes, ground grapples, finisher reversals and foreign object attacks. Foreign object attacks is a bit pointless because if we use a weapon we'll get DQ'd. But hey, whatever. Still going on there. Damage, finisher strength and foreign object strength are going to be max. That is for both participants, so changing that to max will also sort of be max power for my finisher as well as Brock's. So yeah, and the same with general, the general balancing settings, they are for both people. So kind of, yeah, need to keep those high for the sake of doing damage to me, but also point is they need to be there. Whatever. So you know the match by now. It's Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. Now you'll notice that Undertaker's entrance is different. In the previous 3 parts he was riding a motorcycle to the ring. Now he's walking because this is the Deadman version of the Undertaker, and it is the long-haired version of the Deadman Undertaker. I say the long-haired version, it's sort of shoulder length, but still it's what everyone knows as the long-haired version of the Deadman persona. So talking about the current score, Undertaker's 2-1 down in this series. This is sort of a must-win for Undertaker to stay in the series. He goes to 3-1 down, then yeah, because it's kind of best of 7. Brock's only 1 win away, so this is a must-win for Undertaker today. So then, his opponent, Brock Lesnar. Now you will notice this is a slightly different model of Brock Lesnar as well. The difference is that yes, he's still got the black trunks because he hadn't properly re-signed for WWE at the time of this game's release, hence why the old Titantron's there as well. So they just scanned him and put him in his original sort of like debut attire as such, the black trunks. I know he uses sort of like longer MMA shorts now, and you'll also notice that he's got the sword chest tattoo as well, just to show that he is an updated model. So on to the match then, and as I said, must win for the Undertaker. Control scheme in WWE 12 is different to the previous games I've played in this series. Yes, the WWE and their games do like to change their control schemes often, but as I have mentioned in a previous part, they have settled on a control scheme that works for sort of all types of players from about WWE 13 onwards. Little tweaks here and there, but nothing sort of major like a complete button change. It might just be you might need to press an extra one with it. It's fine. It's easily, you can pick up and you can easily learn a new control. I say control because it's normally 1 or 2 minor changes. Anyway, the match then. This match, pretty difficult actually. Legend difficulty, it's not a hard difficulty to play on. It's just you need to know how to reverse because they are key to success. At the minute, not really hitting those reversals. I do there with the elbows, But kind of, yeah, other than that, not much to go off. German suplex hit me, yes. We are going to see a lot more suplexes from Brock Lesnar. This is technically the Suplex City Brock Lesnar pre-Suplex City. It's more return Brock, to be honest. But still, he's got the exact same moveset, so we can technically start calling him the Suplex City version of Brock Lesnar. And yeah, he'll hit a lot of suplexes in this match. And I backed into the corner, do get a headlock in, try and go for the elbow to the back, didn't work. Lesnar puts me in a headlock, throws me over his head and into sort of an arm bar. But I got the rope breaks, my foot was on the ropes. And again, just to go over some match rules then, obviously the rope breaks on, and it is pinfall or submission to win. There is no count out and there is no time limit, but you can get disqualified. So yeah, that's that. So I don't know how I managed it, but for some reason I have a signature. Now I think I know why that is, because in these games now, from sort of WWE 12 onwards, if you reverse a move, it actually does damage to your opponent. You're not just reversing a move and they're not feeling the effects of it. They will get worn down by reversals. Hence why I said reversals are the key on Legend difficulty, because they can do damage to your opponent. They can help you in a match. They're not just there to give you some separation and give you a bit of breathing space. No, they are there to do a bit of damage to wear your opponent down. Anyway, carrying on with the match, and yeah, F5 from Brock Lesnar. Undertaker has his comeback though, which I'm trying to execute, but Lesnar key reversals are obviously costing me right now because I can't hit that comeback. If I can't hit the comeback, then I'm not going to earn my finisher as quickly as I would like. Another rear waist lock and a back suplex from Brock Lesnar, and he's on top of me. He really is just on top in this match. You can see that the torso of Undertaker's hurting because that's what he's holding. There's no sort of indicators like name bars, name plates, whatever on screen graphics that state like damage, the character name, and obviously how many finishes they've got. So you just have to try and guess where the damage is depending on how they're moving. If they're moving pretty slow, they're worn down. If they're holding the stomach, that means that the torso is, or what would be, red with an indicator. So a little bit of a brawl outside the ring. This is also key on Legend, battling outside the ring, because around that padding, well, underneath the padding, is essentially concrete. So that's going to do more damage to an opponent than the ring mat is. So fighting on the outside is key. Lesnar has another finisher. It's just when can he execute it? Oh look, he's going to execute it now. F5 to the outside. That's going to have worn me down a lot. And then he slams me into the ring post for good measure. But I've got time to recover as he's gone back into the ring. So I'm going to stay outside, I'm going to taunt, and that gives me the signature. So now I've got a little bit of a chance. If I can hit the signature or the finisher, because I hit an elbow there and got a finisher, that's going to give me a bit more time to recover. Hit the tombstone on the outside. So Brock delivered his F5, I delivered the tombstone. Brock gets up, and now I have the advantage. Brock is holding his head. I don't know if you saw there as he rolled into the ring. Cover then by The Undertaker and a kick out at 2 by Brock Lesnar. Taker drops back to the outside, and there you can see Brock Lesnar is holding his head. He knows he's injured, and if an opponent is holding the head, that means that they are likely to bleed, and blood is on and will be on from this game and all future games in this series, because why not? You do see these two participants bleed quite a bit. I know WWE is PG now and they don't allow blood, but you do see it on pay-per-view matches. So hey, whatever. So with the last ride to the outside event, another finisher. Brock gets back in the ring and I just hit him with another tombstone piledriver. Arms across the chest. The referee to the floor. 1, 2, 3. I did get him. He kicked out just after 3 to make the score 2-2. I've leveled it up in this series. And that's that. The must-win match was won. So then, next part will be in WWE 13. And it'll be match 5 in this best of 7 series. So on that note, I shall see you next time.